I don't mean to interrupt, but there's a father figure for you here.
Oh
So
my
I don't know
God.
if it's your dad. I don't know if your dad passed or your father-in-law, or it would have to be someone like a father. And I don't think he thought that this was real, because he was chatting behind me and like kind of like like, and a little like making fun. So whether if that would be like his personality, and then and it's almost like I almost heard like, oh, she's not going to interrupt Jeff, and I'm like, oh yeah, watch me.
Oh my God. Yeah, my father.
Okay,
My
so
father
that would
passed.
be. I'm very sorry. I didn't know your dad had passed.
Yes, I have the chills. Oh my
So
God.
usually I want souls to move through someone or allow them to feel you. I mean, I want you to feel them. So a lot of times I'll ask the soul to move through you. So some people say, I got a chill, I got a warmth feeling. So the way that your dad was speaking to me, would that be him?
Yeah, like a smart ass.
Yeah. Well, we like to say sassy.
Sassy. Yes.
But I want souls to channel with their personality, because it really does show that from the moment the soul leaves the physical body, they leave behind every and any disability and or ailment. Your dad, I was, when I just saw him behind me, I saw him like kind of wiping his tears. And he says, please tell my daughter I'm sorry for what she has gone through. Now, it's a very vague statement, but your dad showed me my symbol for where a soul wants to thank someone for carrying themselves with dignity and grace. So know that whatever has happened in this time that your dad is gone, is your dad gone for some time?
Yes.
Because he went like this to me, which means he a block of time where you feel that your dad might not know of things that you've went through, gone through, maybe even with your children. If you had children after he passed, or their achievements in life, it's his way of acknowledging that he has not missed out. But wanting you to know that he is proud of how you've handled yourself with dignity and grace.
Oh, thank you.
But you have accomplished a lot, but not even in just career-wise and money, your family. You have a beautiful family.
Thank you.
So you have a lot of accomplishments.
Yeah, my dad passed away when I was 16. So, yes. I was
Oh, wow.
16, and so he'd never met any of my children, and I kind of was.
Oh, he just told me, and you also really didn't grieve him.
In the beginning, I was just more like
So-
shocked. I was very like shocked that it was all.
And that, he says, you did over the years say goodbye to me. I don't want you to feel that you should have spent more time with me if you thought that I was going to die at that moment. So it could be if you were, I shouldn't have went to school or went with my friends, or whatever the situation is or was. He says, I would never have wanted her to have made different choices or decisions if she thought or knew that I was actually going to die.
Wow. Yeah.
Was it a surprise when he died?
Yes, he hit a tree in a car accident and died instantly. Broke his neck.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So it was tragic.
Yes.
He was 49 years old.
Wow.
So he was very young. I was 16. So it was, it was like very tragic. Yes. And I've always said, like, I kind of put myself through college.
Oh, wow.
I built my life as it is, and I always wanted it to be with my family. I wanted like that perfect. I wanted to make sure I had like a strong family life with my kids, because I watched my mom and my dad my whole life, and it was like a little like bumpy, and I was like, oh no, my shit's gonna be tight. Like, we're gonna have like this functioning.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, that it's interesting. So I wanted to see if my
Is that
father would come through.
common? Because I relate to Melissa in that I also lost a parent. I was 18, and my grief was delayed. It was
Really?
delayed.
No, I mean, for everyone, it's different. Grief is a very unique emotion. It's a very heavy emotion that really has nowhere to go. And a lot of times, if there's something where it's shocking, or if we're young, whatever the situation is, it's hard to grieve.
For me, and do you tell, because you eventually do grieve, but for me, it was the very first holiday season where you expect your parents to be there and they're not there. When I graduated from college, those kind of big momentous, holidays,
milestones.
milestones,
Right.
those were the hardest days for me. But when did you grieve?
It's crazy. It was actually like, I've always wanted him. I was upset that he never met Joe. I was upset he wasn't at my wedding. I feel like those were the hardest times for me, and having my babies. And then he never got to meet my children because he loved my
They
sister's
do.
kids.
They hold the souls before coming here into the physical world.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Wow. That's crazy. Yeah, like that was always my thing. Like I was like, I can't believe you never met Antonia. I named her.
I was going to say, did you name a child after him, form of a name or a middle name?
Yes. So Antonia is named after my mother-in-law and my father.
Okay.
Because they're for Antonia and Anthony. So that's what I did. And my son's middle name is my maiden last name. So I try to keep it in. you
So
know.
knowing that, to validate that he held the souls before coming here into the physical world. Your dad just told me you sometimes do still sense him in the house, though.
Yeah,
You'll
he's-
kind of get a feeling and you're like, wow, that feels like my dad. Or that was the feeling it would be if my dad walked in. Know
Yes.
that that's your dad's soul, that he hasn't left you. So like sometimes you might see a shadow or you might feel someone standing behind you. Know that that is his soul.
Wait,
get
do
scared.
you have one sister?
I have 2 sisters that are older than me.
Can
I was
you
an
ask
accident.
him which child is his favorite?
Don't do that to me.
Please.
He just
please.
said it's me.